Hello, my esteemed viewers, most treasured listeners. You can see we're back again on your favorite channel, Alfonso the Rothschild Tutorials. It is our favorite channel because I make bold to say that you cannot find it better elsewhere. We have everything that it takes on this English language, basic English language channel and the IELTS English language channel to take it to that higher pedestal of effective communication in English. That is our goal, and we cannot turn away from it so long as you are there and giving us your abiding presence. On our immediate last video on basic English, we had some past JAMB questions to help prepare our JAMB bites and SSCE or WAEC hopefuls do better in the examinations that are almost in the offing. We will of course go back to dissecting and analyzing many more of those past questions that will help to prepare you for these all-important examinations. But it is necessary that, as a way of raising your awareness on English language further, that we have to intersperse these analysis of past examination questions with actual lessons that will further equip you towards understanding those past questions when we solve them. It is not enough to simply tell that this is the answer. We need to equip you to know why a particular correct answer is correct and why a given answer is not correct. So today we are talking about future in the present progressive. On our last video, we talked about the future tense, and we began by talking about what is generally referred to as future action, or simply simple future action, using shall or will, these very important modal auxiliary verbs, along with the infinitive of the lexical verb. That's the infinitive of the verb that actually express the action in the sentence, what we usually or sometimes refer to as the main verb. I will refer you to our video of episode 35 and 36, where these issues are analyzed. We ended those videos by saying that there are other ways of expressing actions meant for the future without having to say shall or will. And one of these other ways is what we refer to as future intention, using going to. When you say going to, there is some intention behind the action that you plan for the future. It connotes commitment or dedication to see the action come to pass. Today, we are still talking about expressing a future action. And we are talking about the present progressive, or you could say the present continuous in the future, or future in the present progressive. What we mean is that the present progressive can be used to express a future action. Of course, you remember from our discussion on the present progressive tense that this tense is used to talk about an event or an action going on at the time when someone is speaking about it. That is present progressive or present continuous. How then can it be used to express a future action? See how. What I've done here is a conjugation of the present progressive tense used in a future action. You begin with am, is, or are, which are the present forms of the verb to be. Then plus ing, that is plus an ing word. The ing word is the lexical part of the verb. And then this is followed by an adverbial or time expression. There is an adverbial particle or adverbial item that suggests a future time. Without the time expression or adverbial, the sentence will remain present progressive. It is the time expression or adverbial that catapults a seemingly present action to a future time. Let us take some examples. Let's take number one. If I say, the sentence says, I am speaking with Modesta. The present progressive is I'm speaking. If I say I am speaking with Modesta, I've simply told you what I am doing at the moment and the action is progressive. But if I add early next week, then the action is shot further away from the present to the future. Early next week means the action I'm speaking is not taking place at the moment, but it will be taking place in the future. So I am speaking with Modesta. Early next week is the same as I will be speaking. I will be speaking with Modesta. Early next week. Take a look at the adverbial. On Saturday, it tells us when Paul is traveling. Paul is traveling to Kaduna on a first-class train on Saturday. When on Saturday? His traveling is present progressive, but on Saturday tells us it will be happening in the future. Sentence 3. It says Adeline and mother, and that gives us a plural verb because Adeline and mother is a plural subject. Adeline and mother are addressing the youth conference at the Civic Center on Monday. They plan to do it on Monday. They will be doing it on Monday. But the present progressive are addressing means that this is what they are doing at the moment. However, when we say on Monday, it is no longer a present action. It now ceases to be a present progressive and is now referring to an action that will be taking place in the future. I hope you enjoyed those examples. I have shown you how to use the present progressive to talk about an action that will take place in the future. You can also learn to construct the negative of such a sentence. For instance, one can say, it says, the carpenter isn't coming, negative. The carpenter is not coming, time expression, tomorrow, adverbial. The carpenter isn't coming tomorrow as planned. The apothecary says, the apothecary isn't delivering the product soon. When? Soon. The adverbial is soon. Soon is a time in the future. The apothecary isn't delivering the product soon. I have contracted another delivery man. The fact that the apothecary isn't delivering the product soon is the reason why I have contracted another delivery man. Number 6 says, the orchestras aren't performing. They are not performing when? On Halloween. On the festival of Halloween, which is still a future time. So on Halloween is the time expression or adverbial of time referring to the future. The orchestras aren't performing on Halloween, contrary to our expectations. The sentence can also be written in the interrogative. Let us exemplify with a few sentences. This weekend means the weekend that is coming. This weekend, you say, is in George taking interrogative. Is in George taking the dogs to the veterinary clinic this weekend? Is in George taking the dogs to the veterinary clinic this weekend? Number 8, this example, number 8 says, Aaron, Sarah Wills, and Janet Arnold attending Emilia's engagement this summer. Now, this summer means the coming summer. And the verb is Aaron attending. It is interrogative. Aaron attending. Aaron attending, that is Aaron Sarah Wills and Janet Arnold attending Emilia's engagement this summer. 9, the sentence says, ain't I? Ain't I means am I not? Contraction, ain't I, am I not? Ain't I assisting? Ain't I assisting with the mowing later in the afternoon? The adverbial is later in the afternoon. Ain't I assisting with the mowing later in the afternoon? 10. This question says, isn't the person conducting the baptism next Tuesday? Isn't the person conducting the baptism next Tuesday? A person means a priest. The priest over a church is called a person. We will close our discussion on simple future actions or actions planned for the future. We will close this discussion by talking about immediate future actions. Immediate future actions. What do we mean by immediate future actions? What we mean is that there are actions planned for the future where the future is so close that sometimes it is almost the same as the present. When this is the case, we say the future is immediate. It is not a distant future. So you use about to express a future time that is close to the present. Let us take an example. The sentence says, Cynthia is fatigued, meaning very tired, extremely tired. Cynthia is fatigued. She's about to. Cynthia is fatigued. She's about to leave out the gardening. She's about to stop gardening because she's fatigued. She's about to mean she's almost coming out of the garden. Number 2 is incidentally our last example in this series. It says, I'm about to phone Frances. That's why I'm buying some airtime. So the immediate future action talks about an action that someone is about to. The future time is almost present. I hope you've learned something from today's video. If this is the case, then share this video and give others the opportunity to also tap from the knowledge we are dispensing here. Then like the video and subscribe to our channel so that you encourage us to give you more of this kind of videos. I invite you to join me on our next video. As you do so, goodbye and take care of yourself.